The term chosen ones often feels like something out of legend or myth, evoking stories of extraordinary people with unique destinies. But what if these chosen individuals are not born, but made? What if they are forged through trials that few recognize and even fewer survive? These trials aren't physical. There's no tangible way to measure them. They're spiritual, mental, and emotional tests of the highest order. Only a rare few endure them, and those who do emerge forever transformed. Life itself is a grand test, but not all tests are the same. They vary in difficulty, and the deeper you delve into your spiritual journey, the more challenging these trials become. The chosen ones are those compelled to face the most arduous tests, not out of desire but necessity. An unshakable force within them calls them to confront these challenges. Refusing isn't an option. There's no glamour in this path. These tests will push you to your limits, force you to question everything, and strip away the illusions of who you think you are. But if you endure, you'll come out transformed. The journey begins with the first test, confronting the truth of who you truly are. Many spend their lives crafting identities based on external factors, careers, relationships, possessions, and societal roles. But this test strips all of that away, forcing you to face yourself without pretense. This is not just a casual glance in the mirror, it's an intense, unflinching look at your very essence. Who are you when you're not defined by what you do, own, or how others perceive you? For most, this moment is terrifying, like staring into an endless abyss. Many retreat into the comfort of their illusions, unwilling to face the raw truth. But the chosen ones press on. They dare to ask the profound question, who am I, really? The second test is the test of isolation. In a world overwhelmed with constant noise, social media, work, friends, and family, solitude becomes a rare commodity. Yet to pass this test, you must willingly embrace aloneness. Not just physical solitude, but emotional and mental as well. In this silence, you confront your innermost thoughts, fears, and desires, and as the external distractions fade, a quiet voice emerges, the voice of your true self, long drowned out by the clamor of the world. Can you hear it? Many fear this silence because they're afraid of what they'll discover, but the chosen ones embrace it, knowing that the truth lies within. The third test is the test of letting go. Life burdens us with grudges, expectations, and disappointments. We carry the weight of the past and it holds us back. To pass this test, you must release your attachments, not in apathy, but in trust. Letting go doesn't mean ceasing to care, it means ceasing to cling. It's a powerful act of surrender to the flow of life, trusting that what is meant for you will come, and what isn't will fall away. This process doesn't happen overnight. It's an ongoing challenge, especially when life tempts you to hold on once more. In those moments, you must ask yourself, am I willing to let go, even of this? True freedom comes through this release. By now, if you've made it through these first 3 tests, you've already begun to transform, but the road doesn't get easier. The fourth test, often called the dark night of the soul, is one of the most grueling challenges anyone can face. It's a period of profound inner struggle, where everything you once believed is upended. It feels as if your world is collapsing. Relationships crumble, careers vanish, and your sense of purpose evaporates. You're left alone in the darkness, asking unanswerable questions. Why is this happening? What have I done to deserve this? Will I ever emerge from this despair? The truth is, the dark night of the soul is not a punishment. It's a crucible, a transformative process designed to strip away what no longer serves you and prepare you for a higher calling. This is not the end. It's the beginning of a profound rebirth. Purification is an essential stage in your spiritual growth. The darkness does not come to destroy you. Rather, it aims to strip away all that is not your true self. In your darkest moments, you have the opportunity to discover your deepest inner light, but only if you persevere. When confronted with such trials, many succumb to despair. They lose hope, give up, and become trapped in the shadows. However, the chosen ones are different. They refuse to surrender to hopelessness. They don't let despair consume them. They recognize that darkness is a temporary phase, a momentary challenge to be faced. Even when the way forward seems invisible, they keep moving. They trust that beyond the shadows a light awaits, even if they cannot see it yet. Now let me ask you, how do you react when your world falls apart? Do you panic? Do you desperately try to hold together the fragments of a life that is crumbling around you? Or do you let it all collapse, trusting that what is truly meant to remain will endure and what is not will fade away. This brings us to the fifth test, the test of faith. This faith is not necessarily tied to religion. It's about believing in yourself, in the universe, and in the essence of life. During the dark night of the soul, faith becomes your anchor. It demands that you trust the impermanence of darkness, that you believe in a higher purpose unfolding even if its meaning is hidden from you. Faith is one of the most challenging trials, for it asks you to trust in what you cannot see or prove. It calls for you to believe in the unseen, to trust that everything happening has a reason, even if that reason is still a mystery. Faith is not about blind optimism or ignoring pain. It is about fully experiencing the pain, acknowledging its presence, and still choosing to believe in its purpose. It is trusting that the universe is working for you, not against you, even when everything feels like it's falling apart. During the dark night of the soul, your faith will be repeatedly tested. You'll feel tempted to lose hope, to abandon belief, to think that darkness is all there is. But the chosen ones endure. They hold tightly to their faith, even when it feels like there's nothing left to grasp. They move forward, step by step, even when every step seems to plunge them deeper into the unknown. So I ask you, how strong is your faith? Can you hold on to it when your world crumbles? Can you trust in the unseen and the uncertain when everything around you feels hopeless? Eventually, after enduring long enough wrestling with fears and doubts, you'll reach a turning point. This is where the sixth challenge begins, the test of surrender. By this stage, you've proven your resilience, your strength, and your capacity to endure. But this test is not about strength. It is about letting go. It is about surrendering to life's flow, to forces greater than your personal will. This, in many ways, is the ultimate challenge. As humans, we crave control. We plan, organize, and attempt to shape our lives according to our desires. Yet life rarely adheres to our plans. Instead, it often takes us on unanticipated paths, sometimes painful, sometimes joyous, often mysterious. The chosen ones grasp the truth. Control is an illusion. They understand there is a higher intelligence at work, a force infinitely wiser than the human mind. They are willing to surrender to this force, relinquishing their need to dictate outcomes. Surrender does not mean giving up or ceasing to care. It means letting go of resistance, ceasing to fight the natural flow of life. Imagine swimming in a river. Fighting the current will leave you exhausted and stagnant, while surrendering to it will carry you effortlessly to your destination. Surrendering in this sense is about trusting life, even when it asks you to release your identity, your ego, your dreams, or your attachments. It is a process, not an instant transformation, requiring deep trust in yourself, in life, and in the unfolding plan that is still beyond your sight. Think about it. How much energy do you spend trying to control every detail of your life? How often do you resist the present reality, wishing it were different? What might happen if you stopped resisting? What if you relinquished your grip on control and simply trusted that whatever happens is exactly what is meant to be? The test of surrender is not about weakness. It is about strength, the strength to let go. It is about courage, the courage to trust. Most people struggle to overcome this challenge because surrender often feels like failure. It seems as though letting go means giving up. But the chosen ones understand that surrender is not the end. It's a powerful beginning. It's the moment when you stop resisting life and start embracing it, allowing its flow to guide you naturally. Surrendering doesn't mean relinquishing your power. In fact, it aligns you with a force far greater than your own. It connects you to the infinite wisdom of the universe, a wisdom that knows exactly what you need and when you need it. But to access this higher power, you must release the illusion of control. Ask yourself, can you surrender? Can you let go of the urge to micromanage every detail of your life? Can you trust that life knows what it's doing, even when you don't? This challenge sets apart the chosen ones from everyone else. It's a test that requires you to let go of the steering wheel and trust life to take you where you're meant to go. And here lies the paradox. When you surrender, you don't lose control. You gain a different kind of control. It's not about manipulating outcomes or forcing situations to unfold as you wish. It's the control that arises from harmony, from alignment with the natural flow of life. In this state, things happen effortlessly, and you find yourself exactly where you're meant to be at precisely the right time. Such surrender, however, demands trust. It calls for faith in the unknown, faith in the mystery of life, Can you step into this unknown? Can you trust that even when the path ahead is unclear, you'll be supported and guided? This is the test of surrender, one of the final challenges faced by the chosen ones. Only those who fully embrace this test, who release their grip on control and align with life's flow, can pass it. And for those who do, life holds greater possibilities than they could ever imagine. If you've reached this point, enduring the trials of surrender, you've already joined a select few who have faced the hardest challenges. But one final test remains, and it's the most profound, the test of awakening. This is the moment of ultimate clarity, when you understand your true purpose and see the deeper truth that has been guiding you all along. The final test isn't about enduring more pain or overcoming external obstacles. It's about realization. It's about opening your eyes to the greater reality. In this moment, the veil is lifted, and you see the world and yourself for what they truly are. You awaken to the understanding that every test, every struggle, was preparing you for this moment of profound clarity. You see that the darkness, the uncertainty, and the challenges were all leading you to this truth. The chosen ones are not chosen because they are special in some exclusive way. They are chosen because they make the conscious decision to awaken. They choose to see the truth, even when it's uncomfortable or challenges their previous beliefs. And the truth they awaken to is this: you are not separate from life. You are not merely a victim of circumstances. You are life itself, unfolding and expressing itself through a unique journey. This awakening reveals that all the tests you endured were designed to bring you closer to this understanding. They stripped away the illusions, the false identities, and the egoic desires, allowing you to see the deeper reality beneath it all. That reality is this: you exist for a reason. You are here because life itself sought to experience the world through you. Your purpose isn't something external to search for. It's something you are already living in every moment. The final test asks you to embrace this truth fully. It invites you to see that you are an integral part of the universe, not separate from it. And when you awaken to this truth, everything changes. You no longer feel the need to control because you realize that life is already unfolding perfectly. You no longer feel lost or purposeless because you understand that your purpose is simply to be, to live, to experience, and to express life authentically. But this awakening is not the end of your journey. It's the beginning of a new one. Once you've passed this ultimate test, you are no longer bound by the fears, doubts, and limitations of the mind and ego. You are free to live with purpose, joy, and creativity. Free to explore life without the burden of fear or hesitation. This is the gift of awakening, the reward for enduring the deepest challenges. It is the path of the chosen ones, a path not meant for the faint of heart. It is for those who are willing to face their shadows, endure uncertainty, and emerge on the other side transformed and free. And now the question remains: are you ready to awaken? Are you prepared to embrace the truth of who you are and why you are here? The journey is not easy. The tests are daunting. But for those who endure, the rewards are beyond anything they could have imagined. This is the path of the chosen ones. Will you choose it?